Okay, inside Tulum, you don't see them. They're dressed normal. They can arrive and ask you about the video, okay? They got an initials on the t-shirt, okay? INA is an Institute for Anthropology and History, okay? Please don't pass the ropes, por favor. Look, from here, family, you can see all, and I don't have to make that. You see the house here and the temple with 2 levels? Yes, that's the end of Tulum. You see a bunch of trees, and that way is the exit, okay? So in front of you is everything, okay? I'm gonna tell you the name, of course, what happened, and you get close and take your pictures. Behind the palm tree is a big house. It's called the House of the Halaj Winik. What means Halaj Winik? English. Halaj Winik, real men. Okay, over there what is the real men? The most important person of Tulum, the men in charge of the Mayan territory. Different societies, different houses. Families, the Mayans of Tulum, they have to base everything on the nature just to survive. Come on, imagine you ladies in that time pregnant. 9 months. Huge stomachs. Any hospital around. You need to have the baby. What you did in that time for the lady. Simple. The mom of my grandmother did it. Inside the houses, I showed you. The ladies stand up and open the legs. The mom in front of her on the knees. Grandma on the back on the knees just in case. The lady have to push. Your mom have to catch a baby. If not, it's grandma on the back, right? Normally a baby need to go out upside down, right? I'm gonna put you an example. A lady in that time was pregnant, so she stand up in the legs, the mom in front of her, grandma on the back, the lady pushed, the mom catch the baby, and yes, the baby went out upside down, okay? So the first thing that the Mayan people saw was the life start to the top to the bottom. Because the baby born upside down. So the life start to the top to the bottom. Just something simple. All of us, we write. If you want to write something, we write horizontal, yes? Yeah. All of us. The Mayans, no. We write vertical. So the life starts to the top to the bottom. Do you remember the numbers I showed you in the calendar? 1 dot number 1, 2 dots number 2. Okay, if I want to write the numbers until 5, I have to put 1 dot on the top, under the 1, 2 dots under the 2, 3 dots under the 3, 4 dots under the 4, a line. What is the shape you see? Pyramid, triangle, because the life starts to the top to the bottom. Look at my card, it's right to the top to the bottom, not horizontal, because the life starts like this. So the god of Tulum was called the descending god, come from the sky to the land. So they base everything on the simple thing from the nature just to survive. Look at the highest temple from here. It's called the castle. The name was given by the Spaniards. If you really pay attention for the thing I told you in the bus, that temple had one side with the stairs. You see it? You remember the picture I showed you? Right. 4 sides with the stairs. So we are in a Mayan territory. Why the Mayan decide to be the castle? That time they got fresh water, but which kind of food you think they can have in that time here? You got the second largest reef right in front of you. Fish. Pescado, fish. The trouble for the ocean here is not deep, families. 9 feet deep. So any canoe can pass the reef. But you remember the lunar calendar I showed you about pregnancy? Forget about pregnancy. What happened in full moon? The tides go high, the fish pass the barrier right to the coast, and they have food. This happens 1 time per month. You really eat 1 time per month? Nobody. The Mayan discovered that behind the castle is the only natural passage with a reef. 65 feet with no reef. So they can use the canoes, pass the reef, and get food. Was working as a lighthouse. Something that you don't gonna find in any book. That one of my grandmother told me, and you can see it. You can pass behind the castle. The view is amazing. On the left and right corner at the castle is 2 windows, but like this, small squares, one on the left, one on the right. If you want to be sure you're not going to crash the reef, imagine all of us behind the reef in a boat. We know in front of the castle is the natural passage to arrive to Tulum. To be sure, we have to see the castle in front of us, turn to the left and right corner and see the 2 windows. If we manage to see the castle in 1 window, we're going to crash the reef. Until today, it's the same technique for the fishermen. So everything got a small reason just to survive. Look at the small temple on the left side of the castle with a door open. You see it? Mm-hmm. You can move a little bit here. This temple is really important. It's a small one with a door open. Right on the top of the door, you can see 2 legs open in a head, like a figure in a descending position. It's called the Temple of the Descending God, the God of Tulum. But if you really pay attention, families, that temple, it is not straight. Turn to the right a little bit. Why the Mayan decide to build a temple small, ugly, and non-straight? It's the most important one here. Familias, in that time they got the fresh water because of the cave, seafood, but Mexicans. The Mexicans would eat everything with tortillas, right? How we make tortillas? Original one, corn. The base until today. In all Mexico still be the corn. On the past was exactly the same. Big difference is now we know when is the time to plant the corn and the time to harvest. How they did before. You know about the spring equinox and autumn equinox, right? Because you went to school. Those people discover spring equinox and autumn equinox just to survive. If you come at Tulum at the spring equinox, right there, you can see the sun. And what's the time to plant the corn? Autumn equinox. If you come at Tulum, you can see the sun getting down. And what's time to harvest? That's it. So they discover spring equinox and autumn equinox just to survive. If that temple was straight, we never can see these families, okay? And we got a house here. Exactly, you're right. This house is called the house of the Chultun. Chultun means hole in Maya. Inside the house was a big hole made by limestone. And if you see behind the house is a bunch of trees. If you pass over there is another hole. Was connected underground for what they needed. Rain season, they can accumulate water. Was working as a cistern, okay? And my favorite temple that I really recommend you get close is where is a bunch of people. It's a temple with 2 levels, okay? Bless you. It's called the Temple of the Frescoes. What fresco means? Fresh. Paintings until today. If you get closer, I recommend you do it. You're gonna see paintings and hieroglyphics. Which color they use? We call it Mayan blue. It's an strong blue. Gray, white, and black for gods or goddess. Orange and red. This city was painted all blue. And my friend, the red color you're gonna see over there is original ones. What is that place? You are in a city, right? In all the cities. Doesn't matter religion, you always gonna find a church. That's our church. The big difference is the Mayans believe in 13 gods during the day and 9 on the night. The gods of the Mayan was the nature. All the things that we managed to control became a god. We got a god for the rain, fire, corn. We got different kind of gods. Right there you can see the most important ones. It's a temple with 2 levels, okay? If you stand up like those people, like this, you're gonna see 3 figures at the first level. Right in the middle, a figure upside down, the god of Tulum, the sending god. Left side, Jack, the god of the rain. And on the right, you're gonna see a goddess. The name was Itchel. She was the goddess of the fertility. You remember your cruise ship is next to Cozumel? The goddess of Cozumel Island was Itchel, the goddess of the fertility. And in the 2 corners, left and right, you're gonna see the famous picture of Tulum. I took a picture like this, you're gonna find it immediately, okay? This corner, families, is the one covered by the tree, okay? I'm gonna start right here, miss. Big nose, 1 eye, mouth angry, and plums on the top. You see it? Right here. Big nose, 1 eye, mouth angry, and plums on the top. If you pay attention, families, it's a big nose. And that time bigger was your nose, more knowledge you have. It's called Itzapna. Was the creator god for all the Mayans until today. Left and right corner, you can see this, okay? And families, I know all day long I told you the same thing. Mayan people, intelligent people, and knowledge people, right? The Mayan, they was that intelligent. Why the Mayan disappeared? Families, by the way, all the Mayan territories, they collapsed because of different reasons. They don't got nothing in common. I have people from Florida here. Yes. Welcome back home, family. The weather is like Florida. Here, like in Florida, we have hurricane season between July to November. Remember, I told you something special in the bus. Tulum is the only Mayan territory next to the beach. Mind those people, guys, in that time, in front of the ocean, between July to November, hurricane season, rain season, no food, no water, they were that intelligent and prefer move and survive than stay and die. Of course, they move looking for food and water, and they mix with different cultures. First one, Toltecs, next to the center of Mexico. So they was that intelligent, prefer move and survive than stay and die. When the Spaniards came here, from thousands of communities outside, until today we got it. And they asked in Spanish to the Mayan people, hey, where is the name from this place? Mayan people don't understood nothing because they spoke Maya. So they ask again, hey guys, what is the name from this place? Do you remember the name for our peninsula?
Yucatan.
Yucatan. So the Mayan people told them in Maya, Uyutan, Uyutan, Matinaticatan. If you hear Uyutan, Uyutan is similar to Yucatan, right? Uyutan, Uyutan means in Maya, we hear you, we hear you. Matinaticatan, but we don't understand you. The meaning for Yucatan, believe it or not, is we hear you, but we don't understand you, families, okay? So, familias, I hope you understand that the Mayans, we don't came from outer space. Those people are Somalian, Chinese, Egyptians, Hindus. They just have to survive. To answer your question, family, about the Mayan sacrifice. You think that the Mayans of Tulum, they did Mayan sacrifice? No. No. Of course not. The one that they call the horde, this is Aztec, the Mayan decapitated people. Why? How you can know if in a Mayan territory they did Mayan sacrifice? You hear about the ball game? With the balloon and all? Okay. You see here a ball court? No. If in your next vacation you can come back and go to Kovac, half an hour from here, two different ball courts. Chichen Itza has the biggest ball court in all the Mayan territory. Yes, they did Mayan sacrifice. Why? I'm gonna compare the ball game with something simple, American football, to give you enough free time, okay? Ball game of the Mayan was different. We call them poc-ta-poc because of the noise of the balloon, okay? Ball game, poc-ta-poc, and American football, okay? And a stadium. Two teams, each team got a captain. On the pass, same rule. Big difference. American football, they use the hands and the legs, right? On the pass, no way. Hip and elbow, no hands, no legs. The balloon, made by rubber, heavy. And they have to kick the balloon with the hip and elbow and pass the balloon. You saw it before maybe, in a ring like this one. How many times can during the game? Hours, maybe a day. But at the end of the game, like in the present, you're always gonna have a winner and a loser team, right? Which captain is gonna decapitate? The winner or the loser one?
We know that answer.
The winner. The winner. Why the winner? Let's say it was a hot season. They went to play to us to check. They got up the rain. But you have to offer something to the God. So you have to offer the best. You can't have the best. Come on, guys. If you offer the loser, you don't want to have no rain. You have to offer the best. You can't have the best. In that time was an honor, a pleasure to be sacrificed because remember, most important, union of the family. And when you die, you just pass in a better life. Don't worry, no Mayan sacrifice today, okay? Family, if you arrive on time at the bus, of course. Familia, quickly, I already showed you everything of Tulum. If you check the schedule for the ship, you have 45 minutes free. It's not enough to do nothing here, okay? Easy way to move. This is Tulum. Surrounded by a wall. This part of my book behind you.